Hello everybody, welcome to OTC Fish Keeper, and today you may notice that I'm actually coming to you with my coat on. And there's a good reason for that, and that is, I don't know if any of you have propane as a heating source in your house, but when you do, sometimes it runs out, and I ran out. So now my house is cold. That's not good for me, and it's also really not good for the fish. In the past, to keep my fish room warm, I had a heater down here and tried to heat up the whole room, but it wasn't very effective. And that was with the house's heating system supplementing it. So now I don't think it'd be very effective at all. So what I've done here is I've gone through all the tanks and all the extra supplies I've gotten with all my tanks, and I have found the heaters. There's a lot of fish tank heaters came with them. I got them hooked up in all my tanks. Now, in a normal temperature house, that'd work out just fine. That's what I've been doing this year, and it's been working out great. But with no heat in the house, the temperature upstairs this morning when I woke up was only 52 degrees. Now it's all the way up to 55. So yeah, that's shower weather. I took a shower there and had icicles coming out of the spout. Small exaggeration. But yeah, the goal here at this point is not even to necessarily keep the fish at their favorite temperature. Now the goal is just to keep them alive, because it turns out I've got the whole weekend I have to go without the heat. So I've got my heaters all hooked up in tanks, and so far we're doing okay. I mean, everybody's hanging just above 70 degrees. Obviously not ideal temperature for any of these tropical fish. The goldfish tank is much colder, but the goldfish don't care. You can let that ice over as long as there's a hole in the top for gas exchange, for carbon dioxide to go out and for oxygen to come in. Goldfish will be fine with that. They can take very cold temperatures. I've even heard stories, although I've never seen it myself, of goldfish freezing in ice and then thawing in the spring, but I don't advise trying that because, like I said, I've never seen it myself. I think people just saw frozen goldfish in the spring. The one that died disappeared, and there's still another one that I think that's the same fish. But who knows? It could happen. But yeah, the angelfish tank here, got a little heater in the bank. It's not a huge heater, but it does a really good job of keeping that tank warm. And let's see, the goldfish tank right now is hanging around almost 70. So not good, but the goldfish, they're really happy, eating well, doing well. The Oscar tank, I was getting ready to do a water change, and then of course lost the heat, and you can see the water's a little dirty. Really, most of that is on the glass. The glass needs to be cleaned off, but I also do need to do my water change. So right now, the Oscar tank is just kind of in limbo. I don't want to do a water change because the temperature of the water coming in is so cold that it's not really easy to heat up. So even though I've actually got two heaters in this tank, I got this one here, and I got this one over here, just to make sure and play it safe. And it's a little warmer in the Oscar tank. The Oscar tank's hanging around about 72 degrees, which again isn't ideal, but it's a heck of a lot better than the 54 degree air temperature. So they're hanging in there. The goldfish, I forgot to put their light on. The goldfish are doing fine though. They don't mind the colder temperatures. They prefer, their ideal temperature is about 74, but they're perfectly fine in colder weather. I had to turn off some of the lights in these tanks in order to hook up the heaters. I got this little heater just hanging down here to heat up this guy's tank, which has gotten pretty cold. It's warmed up a bit since I put the heater in there, and it's going to continue to warm up. And the same with this silver dollar over here. And again, I don't have the lights on because that was the only way I could plug the heaters in. Not an ideal situation, not ideal for me, but it was good that in the back of my mind I already had this plan in mind just in case, because I have lost heat before, and I didn't really expect it, certainly not this quickly, and it's not that cold during the day right now. Right now it gets up to about 50 outside, so Monday, maybe Tuesday at the worst, I should have all my gas back and get everybody warmed up nice and warm. The fish upstairs, they're doing fine. I have a heater in the live bearer tank, so that's keeping the 60 Cory fish nice and warm. The 265 and the 210 gallons do not have heaters, so they're just kind of going on room temperature. So I've had guppies take pretty tough temperatures before. One time I had a fish pond out in my backyard, and I had guppies in there, and I scooped them out before the winter time, but I missed a few, and it froze over in the winter time. Like I said, had a hole for gas exchange, and then in the spring I still had a couple guppies in there, so I'm sure they can take this for a couple of days. And then I have 3 Corys in the 265, and I got my fingers crossed on them because I obviously really don't want to lose them either. So, but I don't think I will. They're looking healthy. They're looking fine. So, until next time, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see how everything turns out with the cold here come Monday.